sisters, welcome to another edition of EBX Discussion and also another edition of R&B Hip Hop Heavy Hitters. And this is part 4, and the last one was just Hip Hop Heavy Hitters. But I wanted to speak on some brothers and some sisters that collabed on songs and, R&B, hip hop, heavy hitters, part 4. And thank those that's been riding along, current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view, and may that great divine be in our lives. I always call down that great protection from that great divine for ourselves and from ourselves. And I say from ourselves so we don't become our own worst enemy. Now, I'm sure many of us have heard that, but do we comprehend it? Do we listen? Are we carrying an enemy within? And how do we find this out? How do we become aware of an enemy within? Brother, sister, or family? We study, as a recent podcast I did, learn to be still. And being still, as I said, is to learn oneself. So we can be ready for things to come, because if we're arrogant, if we're conceited, we have wrong things within, which I speak on a lot, it will come out sooner or later. But we ain't gonna get too deep today, but I do have some subjects I want to speak on. And as you can see on my thumbnail, embody our craft, brothers and sisters. And you can see Sister Ciara and brother LUDA. It's like you got to say his name like that, LUDA. And I spoke on, of course, on my my thumbnail and or banner, own our power, brothers and sisters. And I've spoke on this video before called O by Ciara and brother Ciara and LUDA, and LUDA threw down, and that's how I kind of came to this topic. I like to speak on, as I have done in the past, I speak on R&B, hip hop, and I always like to throw a subject in there, a little encouragement, some real, some fun, Speaking is like a journey sometimes, especially when it's coming from the soul, and it's authentic as it can possibly be, Put forth the effort, what comes up, comes out. And how does it come out, brothers and sisters? Naturally, like our crafts that many of us have. Melanated brothers and sisters. We were born with a divine gift. I spoke on that in The Power of a Divine Life. I'm put it in the end screen where I had the picture of my son Ethan's birth on the thumbnail. That always centers me, And everybody has their own center that's on this journey. Talk about my righteous generals and family, And salute to my family. May that great divine be in our lives, our families' lives. I place that gold over us, man. That great divine protect us and prosper us. That's from my family to your family or anyone's family that's listening. It's up to you to take what we hear from our real emphasis on real reaches and teachers out here in the world and online. Again, we in them right circles and we're not bogged down with the wrong things. And we got our eyes open, looking toward the righteous. And it's more than just a word. It's the way of life. We'll know who the real ones are, None of us are the same. We are all different perspectives. But, real, recognize real. You know what I'm saying? And as Malcolm told us, don't get caught up in petty differences and debates. If it's not leading to unity or a betterment of life, don't even waste your time with petty, stupid ass debates and people doing dumb stuff. Because it keep us from seeing the overall big picture, past history, present history, and of course, a righteous future, as much as we can make it righteous. All right. But let's get to what I wanted to speak on. Sister Ciara and LUDA. Dirty South is never, what'd he say? Dirty South is ballin', y'all. Dirty South never fallin', y'all. Get a night, what'd he say? Harmonizing, ghettonizing, ghettonizing. Running back, this what the song is called. Oh, no, I can't do it like LUDA. LUDA killed it in that song. Real talk, he killed that verse. I chopped it all up, but salute to LUDA. He's another one of those brothers that can rap fast. And this is one of my favorite videos on my thumbnail and or banner. And as you can see, they embodied their craft and they owned their power in this song. And Ciara threw down. I loved, and not just because she was attractive or the way she was moving, but how she moved and watching her dance, and she didn't cross the line. She was a little sexy and little, but didn't cross the line. I like that, and it wasn't over too much over the top. That's just the essence of a sister. The sway in her back, the arch in her back, her hips. That's just like I said. That's the essence of a sister. But as I said in a few podcasts ago about, remember our ancestors. I'm talking about decades ago. Our queens, our sisters, our goddesses, how they danced. They danced with honor. You know what I mean? It was more than just trying to get attention from a man. They danced like it was divine. So that's kind of what I got from Ciara. She captured a little bit of that because she threw down, especially when LUDA was standing in front of that car, hitting them bars. And salute to everyone that was in that video. I didn't go through the names and see who all was in it, but salute to everyone, all the brothers and sisters that was in that video also. So I ain't forgetting about y'all. But, when LUDA was, dropping them bars in front of that car, and I love that car. Red and black is my color. And it was a Cutlass. I wonder who car that was, real talk. And that old school Cutlass, man. I think that was a Cutlass, if I'm not mistaken. But it's one of my all-time favorite videos. I like a lot of songs from Ciara and LUDA. But that video was my favorite. And I do have a list of other collabs, which is from brothers and sisters. I'm going to go down the list. Actually, Ciara's on there again, but with another brother. And she did a lot of collabs with different brothers, if I'm not mistaken. I have to do a little research. But again, thank those for coming in, to another edition of EBX Discussion and/or R&B Hip Hop Heavy Hitters Part 4. And I got Queen Latifah. I did Heavy D. And some of them might not have had the title Heavy Hitters or Hip Hop, but I did do tributes to other artists. Might have been different titles and different subjects, but you'll see their pictures on the thumbnail and or banner. I did Heavy D, I did Sheila E. And remember, all these tributes I do to artists, I always list other artists in that podcast, just to let one know. So, and I tried to speak on other artists that relates to the artists I am speaking on or giving tribute to in that particular podcast. And this is sort of a tribute to LUDA, but overall, all collabs from brothers and sisters on R&B and hip hop heavy hitters. And this is part 4. But like I said, I did Queen Latifah, Monly Love. I spoke on Tribe Called Quest. Arrested Development, of course. They had a new song called All I See Is Melanin, which is a dope ass song. Y'all gotta check that out, which is not old. They just made probably a week ago. It's recent. KRS-One made an album about a week ago. So, I got a lot of different artists on my channel I've spoke on. Just about everybody. See, Heavy D. I spoke on Heavy D. I think I brought that up. Guy. I talked about the group Guy. Who else did I speak on? I spoke on a lot of people. Nappy Roots. Who else? Nappy Roots. A whole bunch of people. You have to look down on my channel. I did a lot of little different tributes. Lauryn Hill, of course. MC Light. Aaliyah, rest in peace and in power. I did a podcast where I did a tribute to Keisha Cole, which is one of my favorite R&B sisters, Fantasia. I spoke on a lot of people. And, of course, I gave a rest in peace and in power to Angie Stone. Can't speak on R&B and hip-hop without mentioning Angie Stone. May she rest in peace and in power, which will be forever missed. As well as other great artists that are no longer with us. The list goes on and on. Aaliyah, Michael Jackson, Prince, so on and so forth. Those just the ones that come to my mind. But we all know there are many that have transitioned. I'm talking about in the recent past and in the far, far past. I'm talking decades. Sam Cooke, back in them days, So I'm trying to include everybody in there. Again, if just because you don't hear me speak on certain artists, don't mean I don't like them. And it might not be on this podcast. It might be on future podcast hip hop list or R&B or past, So remember, brothers and sisters, there are so many great artists out there. And I'll try to keep up on some of the young artists because I'm old school, I'm golden school. So I'm not too current with the new artists, So, but I do want to give a salute to Will Smith. I seen a clip of him rhyming and man, Will killed it. He got this, and somebody said, Will is back. and he changed his style up a little bit, but he spit it. He killed it. Salute to Will. He killed it, and it's in one of those little reels, the little the little video shorts we see. So salute to Will. I'm looking forward to seeing him come out with something new, because when I heard him, unless he already got something out, I'm not sure, but salute to Will Smith. He killed that bar in a little short I seen, and he rapped like, he didn't like change up his style. He just kind of upgraded a little bit, and he rapped fast. As you heard me speak on in this podcast. That's why I'm kind of giving a tribute to LUDA, which is one of the most dynamic artists of our time and can rap fast. So I think it's amazing artists who could rap fast, which is of course Tech N9ne. Tech N9ne kills it fast. And as you know, if you listen to this channel, Tech N9ne is one of my favorite artists. And I got many artists I like, but he's my favorite. And his team, his roster. Roll Call. You gotta go check out that video, Roll Call. Everybody on there is a heavy hitter. I spoke on it, and I did a tribute to Tech N9ne too, and Hopsin, because I think Tech N9ne discovered Hopsin, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I did a tribute to Tech N9ne. He's on my channel. I did a tribute to Hopsin, and I spoke on a whole bunch of artists in that Hopsin podcast. Bootsy, Badass, everybody. And so again, if you don't hear me name artists, it don't mean I don't like them. I just haven't got to them yet. But salute to Tech. We all know Tech is a beast. And I will tell you a great collab with, and these two brothers, Twista and Tech. And I've heard them collab. I'm pretty sure many people have heard that song they did. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it was real fast. Man, they killed that shit. So salute to Twista and Tech. Like I said, I think it's amazing artists who can rap fast. I can do it, but I had to put a little work. It don't come natural to me. So I just find that amazing. So, and as you know, hip hop is my first love. I love hip hop. All right, so let's get to this list, brothers and sisters. And that's what brought me to LUDA. Forgive me for chopping up his verse. I messed that verse up, but that was a dope ass verse. That LUDA spit in that song. Oh, and like I said, Ciara killed it when she was on top of that car, and then her facial expression, she had like that mean mug look on her face when she was dancing, like rawr, rawr. I just loved it. So salute to Ciara. She's one of my favorite artists. Keisha Cole, Fantasia, like I said. And there's many other sisters too. That's just some sisters that come off the top of my head. All right, let's go with this list, brothers and sisters. And I got a song, of course, and it's called Keep Going, and it's in my preview. Returning subscribers, I'm gonna leave it in there for a little while. And it was one of them songs I kind of rap fast, and I freestyled it. So I'll play that during the break. And I'm gonna read. We'll go with three. We'll go with three names, and then we go three names before the song, brothers and sisters. And of course, I'll have side notes on embodying our craft and own our power. Now we talking about a righteous power now. We ain't talking about no power where we manipulate, none of that. It's all for nothing. So I don't even want to get into that. I speak on it a lot. A lot of us do. And so if you hear me speaking on power, you should know by now what I'm talking about. And we'd use our power in subtle ways, of course, with skills and, when deflecting toxic things of the world, person, place, thing. Like you always hear me say, treat this world like a noun, folks, and break it down, and evil entities that's hovering around our brothers and sisters that are blessed to have a platform. You know what I'm saying? Rebuke and rebuke evil entities that hover around our platforms, like a damn satellite in outer space, So, you just got to pay them no mind and stay on this path. Because, as we know, the higher we go in levels, of course, the old saying goes, I don't want to sound too religious, but, new level, new devil. So we should, most of us that are aware, we know this shit. So, so to those that are evil and, and not trying to find peace and, and projecting bad things within onto others, I got a little something for you. Fuck off. All right. And that's for all my brothers and sisters that's getting attacked and just trying to live a righteous life, whether you got a platform or not. So I'm speaking for the righteous brothers and sisters, for those who are evil and hovering around those who are right in this life. life and hovering around our life like a damn satellite in outer space, fuck off. All right. Now, this is for my righteous brothers and sisters. All right, let's go. All right, first off the list, of course, we got LUDA and Ciara for that song I was just talking about. Oh, I love that song. And of course, Ciara, she threw down, you know. Oh, all the ladies hit the floor. Oh, oh, oh. You know, and LUDA. And then when he first come into his, it's like you gotta say his name. I know I said that already, but you gotta say his name like that. LUDA, you know. Ghetto, what he say? Harmonizing, ghetto harmonizing, surprising, running back. That song is called Oh. I got it that time. Forgive me, LUDA. I'm chopping it up, but for real though, LUDA can rap fast too, and he's dynamic with his words. I would love to hear him and Tech Nine on the same track. They would kill it, blow it up. Real talk. All right, so we're gonna move over to, and that was 11 years ago. Matter of fact, that song with LUDA and Ciara. Salute to LUDA, one of our most prominent, dynamic, fast rapping artists of our time, and he kick ass in movies. I liked him in dang it, what's that movie? Dang it, I can't believe the movie he made with Tyrese and all them in that movie. I can't believe it. It'll come back to me. It just dropped out of my brain. God dang it, that car with the one with y'all know what movie I'm talking about. I'll come back to it. But I liked him in that movie, you know, with The Rock and Tyrese and all them in it. Yeah, but LUDA kicked ass. It almost make me wonder, do LUDA know a martial arts for real? Because he fought really well. I know he was acting, but he fought really well in that movie. Like, LUDA knows something. He knows some martial arts for real though, for real. And he a good actor. And I love the collaboration with him and Tyrese. I was making fun of Tyrese and stuff. So yeah, it was kind of cool. Y'all already know Tyrese my hero. I liked him in the movie System. You know, so Fast and Furious. I knew it would come to me. Fast and Furious. And I think 7 was my favorite one. I think it was 7. Yeah, that's the one where him and Tyrese did a little bit of fighting in. So, all right. But salute to Ciara and LUDA for that song. Oh, one of my favorites. And that was, like I said, that was 11 years ago. All right. Now, the next one is Ciara again, but it was with Bow Wow, Like You. And I like that video. And it had the comedian in the front. I can't remember what his name is. And remember he said Bow Weezy, Bow Wizzle. I forgot what his name is. He a funny dude. He was in Def Comedy Jam back in the day. Brother that was in the beginning. If anybody seen the video, you know what I'm talking about. Ciara and Bow Wow called Like You. And that was 15 years ago, you know. Damn, I can't remember his name, but he funny. Remember, I think it was at the beginning or the end of the video, and he came up to Bow Wow. He was like, Bow Wizzy, Bow Wizzle. He said, where y'all about to go? Chuck E. Cheese? You know, because Bow Wow was a little younger then. So that was funny. And I can't remember his name. But I'm going to put his name in the end screen that was in that video. Not the end screen, excuse me. I'll probably put it in the description. You know, I might put it in there, I might not. But he's a comedian. If you go back to the video, you know who I'm talking about. Very funny brother. He's one of those underrated comics. I wish I could remember his name. But he in that video with Bow Wow and Ciara called Like You. And that song, I love the beat. Whoever did that beat to that song, dope. I love it. And I'm going to do the whistle that sounds like the song. I had to do it like that because I can't sing like Ciara. But yeah, you know, like you. I ain't never met nobody that don't, you know, I don't know how it all go, but we heard the song. But I love that song, and that was another R&B, hip hop, heavy hitter, as well as you know, and they threw down. Bow Wow can rap too. I think Bow Wow got skills. I think he can, especially as he got. But even when he was young, he was hitting them bars then. So salute to Ciara and Bow Wow. She on my list twice, but I was just trying to think of some collabs with brothers and sisters. You know, I like that song. You know, I'm sure a lot of us like that song with Bow Wow and Ciara. It's dope. And then see, that was 15 years ago. See, O was 11 years ago, and Like You was 15 years ago. Are we gonna move over to Darnell Jones and Left Eye, and that song What's Up, and rest in peace and in power, Left Eye. And I actually recently seen a short clip of Left Eye, and I forgot how dope that verse was in that song. She threw down. girl, you know what's up. Ooh, girl, well, you know what's up. I can't remember how it goes, but y'all know what song I'm talking about. But she threw down. Y'all remember her verse? Left Eye threw down. I'm telling you, Left Eye. I would have to say, Left Eye was like a female Tupac. Real talk. When I heard that verse, I was like, wow. I forgot how dope her verse was. So, anybody listening, I'm sure we've heard the song, but go back and listen to that song. Ooh, girl, you know what's up. Girl, you know what's up. What's up? I can't remember how all it go, but the song was smooth, the dope, the Donnell Rollins, his voice, not Donnell Rollins, I'm talking about the comedian, excuse me, Donnell Jones, forgive me, and that was 11 years ago. How ironic. Same amount of times when she made did that collab with LUDA. That was 11 years ago too. But Donnell Jones, his voice goes smooth. He had one of them smooth voices. Their collab was beautiful together. And Left Eye's voice, man, I'm telling you, dope. Rest in peace and in power, Left Eye, which would never be forgotten. One of the dopest artists, man, that was of our time. Real talk. So, and Donnell Jones, of course. I didn't look up any other songs by him, which I'm sure I know others. That was just one particular song that I liked, that I thought Left Eye threw down in. Of course, it's a song we all love. What's up? Yep. So, all right. Now I'm gonna move over. I'm gonna play this song I got called "Keep Going," cause I said, and remember, brothers and sisters, embody our craft. And of course, I'm going beyond music, not just music, but embody our craft and own our power. Especially in these times, brothers and sisters. But we, of course, we speaking on R&B and hip hop. For those who love music or want to pursue music, do music, all I gotta say is stay independent as we can. Love what we do what we love. If you like to sing, study those who know a lot about singing, who are experts in that area. Study from brothers and sisters in our history that there were prominent singers. Same thing for my artists, my brothers and sisters that want to rap. Learn the true origins of rap. Don't just want to make money and be seen and just want to get your voice over a beat. No, really study it and analyze it and take our time and own our craft, and embody our craft. I meant to say, and own our power. Once we went through the layers and the steps and things we need to do as a brother and sister and family, melanated general, to finally, own our power. We'll know when we know. Again, and we do right with our power. We appreciate what that great divine Mother Nature and that great universe is responding to. That power within us. It's wonderful, But I always like to say, great divine will spank that ass. Life has a way of knocking us on our ass. So we better appreciate our gifts we get, especially if it impacts the world. Appreciate it if it impacts one. I hate to sound like all cliche, but we reach one, we teach one. Those who want to learn, like I said, those who are hovering around, those who are righteous, fuck off. Yep. All right. So, and I'm speaking for my brothers and sisters that get attacked. All right. All right. So I'm gonna move over. I gotta come real like that, cause a lot. You have entities that we got a lot of brothers and sisters that really mean well out here, that's in the world or online. And you got entities around us that tend to take our kindness for weakness. Don't get it twisted. Just cause a brother and sister can come off kind, you don't know what storm they may have within. I mean righteously, not nothing bad, but it's all about choices. When a brother and sister are kind, they choose to be. It doesn't mean that they're weak. It's a choice. And if entities around us seeing that as a weakness, it's something wrong with you. So even the kindest person can have a storm within. Think about that. For the evil entities hovering around us. Yep. All right. So I just wanted to say that. All right. I want to play this song called "Keep Going," and this is for those who have faced any kind of discouragement. Keep going. Always think of past divine events that catapulted us to the position we are in, we're standing on as we speak, because when it comes to the great divine, nothing is a coincidence, That's why we learn, that's why we have the art of anticipation I always talk about, we cling to our loved ones, we don't let nothing, stop or stagnate us. Let nothing dictate our emotions, none of that shit, whether we doing music, whether we just a regular brother and sister living in the world, if we do have a platform, whether we have a platform or not, always stay focused, stay on point, be willing to learn, and we'll never know everything, but at least know enough so that we can cherish our golden times, our golden years, whatever you want to call it, and cherish our loved ones that's been with us. Because even though there's negative entities that swirl around us, guess what, brothers and sisters? There are good brothers and sisters around us too, and family. And that's what we focus on. And I will always focus on that. Never let nothing around us make us bitter, brothers and sisters. We come into an evil entity, set them off to the side, let life deal with them, and we keep it freaking moving. All right, now I want to play this song called Keep Going, and I freestyled this song, and I did rap fast a little bit, so just kind of wanted to relate, because I was saying a minute ago how I think it's amazing, it's unique, an artist that can rap fast, and that's brother or sister, because you got sisters that can tear that fast too. Matter of fact, brother Tech 9, he got a female on his roster that can throw down. I was actually just watching that video, Roll Call. Man, that video dope. Y'all got to go see that. Another song from Tech 9 I like is Oh Yeah. That song, especially when it first come on. Sipping on a glass of red wine right before bedtime, thinking everybody down here tripping. You got to hear the song. I can't keep up with Tech 9. He like a machine gun when he rap. Real talk. But that's one of I like a lot of his songs, but that's one of my favorite songs. Oh Yeah, and another song, Dysfunctional. I love that. He said in that song, leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? He ain't messing with you. Don't mess with him. He ain't messing with you. He let you know in that song, he a good brother. He a kind brother. But don't take it there. And it's a shame he had to go through that in life. It really is. But it is what it is. I always got to use that quote. Every now and then, brothers and sisters, we got to let people know, or entities, or person, place, or thing, know where we stand. Righteously though. Every righteous brother and sister, family, have a right to defend ourselves. So it's not about being cocky, or a gangster or hard. It's about being true to oneself. So, hey, that's a divine principle, not rules. Principle, brothers and sisters. All right, I want to get to this song because I want to encourage my brothers and sisters, generals, those who listen, ride along, leaders and teachers. Keep going, and I'll be back after this.
Gotta keep going. No such thing as slowing. EBX, you gotta keep going. No such thing as slowing. You gotta keep going. Hey, no such thing as slowing. Yeah. We gotta keep going. EBX. Keep it pushing through, making sure that we never lose. Making sure in this life never be no fool. Gotta be happy, no time to have it, ever have no blue. Got my family in me, and you got it too. Stay righteous in this life, making sure we keep them righteous tools. And when I stop this, I'ma stay around, making this positive sound. I'ma stay here in this life, stay tough, and I stay down. I'ma do what I got to do. I'ma stay here, never having no fear. I'm glad I got my family, looking at myself here in the mirror. Woo! Yeah. Gotta keep going. Hey, you got no time for slowing. Yeah. You gotta keep going. EBX, no such thing as slowing. Gotta be these, making sure in this life, man, gotta be free. Making sure my kids grow up and making sure that they see. Keep going up real high, making sure that I stand this life. If I'm a single man, it's okay if I don't got a wife. Cause I got that God in me, making sure I stay these streets.
right, brothers and sisters. I meant that. I meant every word of that. Real talk. Keep going, brothers and sisters. Let nothing stop. Stop us. Real talk. All right, so I'm gonna get my mojo music back up here, and I want to give another salute to LUDA and Ciara for that song, and Ciara and Bow Wow and Donnell Jones, and rest in peace and empower Left Eye. I think I was back from the mic a little bit. Excuse me. Yeah, rest in peace and empower Left Eye. Again, that was a dope ass verse in that song. Ooh, girl, you know what's up. All right. Let's move over to the next artist on the R&B hip hop heavy hitters, part 4. And I'll put some other tributes I did. I'll put in the end screen. I don't know what I'm gonna put, but of course I'll put some in the end screen. But thank those that's been riding along. Like I said, keep going. Let nothing stop what we have built. Been through too much. A lot of us have. We've been through too much with petty, dumb stuff. Real talk. So gotta keep going, like the song said. All right, got my had to get my mojo music back. You know what I'm saying? And again, embody, our craft, whatever that is. It's more than just music. Always go above and beyond. And I actually want to do a little summary before I get to the rest of these artists. I think I got, is it 2 more artists? Nope, actually I got 3 more. 3 more artists, brothers and sisters. Again, thank those for taking the time to come in, taking the time out of your day. May that great divine be in your life and lift you, and keep you going, like the song said, And again, keeping us watching that enemy within, because if you don't conquer that enemy within, you're already lost. Real talk. And the enemy within, the devil forces, negative forces, whatever you want to call it, always come with illusions. Give us illusion of things. So things, I'm talking about things from the world, negative force, devil, entity, whatever you want to call it, anything that's discouraging, deflect it, back it up, because we can't have things discouraging us and taking us off our path on petty shit, because there's a lot of shit going on out here in this world. Really got to pay attention. That's why I always say the family is the core. Always keep a family spirit, even if we're single. Still keep a family spirit, at least in my opinion. So that's it's been working for me. So things that help me to grow and be better, that's what I teach to others. I suggest, teach, and give advice. Best way one can. One's not perfect, but we can always have perfect intentions. It's a beautiful space to be, but we have to work to get there. If we wake up every day, that's a gift right there. The fact that we wake up every day, and I say that because people just do little petty shit, don't it's just, they just take life for granted, and especially people who are projecting bad things onto other people. I ain't talking about nobody I know, nobody specific. I'm talking about just in general. You woke up, so be thankful. Just you wake up, be thankful we wake up. That's why I always say alive and breathing. I'm getting a little choked up because I'm trying not choked up, but I'm stuttering a little bit because I'm trying to keep oneself from getting too emotional, because it's something I said a long time ago when I began speaking and stuff. I said I would not teach off of emotion. I will not project what I feel. I would try to stay in a teaching state. You know what I mean? And not let outside events dictate how one feels inside. Now, of course, we get emotions, but we learn how to what do we all say? Master them. So that's what it's all about when it comes to embodying our craft, whatever that is, and owning our power. You know what I'm saying? Righteously. I got to throw that righteous on there. All right, before I get to these other artists, I want to read a little summary about owning our power, and appreciating it, and don't use it for bad. I mean, do I really have to go into what happens if we use our gifts for bad? So, and it's not a gift. Once you use, okay, so it's a gift, but once we use it for something evil, bad, manipulative, all the above, it's no longer a gift. All right, so for those who think they're, hey, each is his own. But anyway, let's read this summary on owning our power. Helps us to achieve our goals when we have individual power. you're more likely to achieve, or we are more likely to achieve our goals because we have the inner strength. We finally have the inner strength and confidence to stay determined and complete our task, whatever task that is. Of course, we're speaking on R&B and hip hop, but even through our music, it still matter what kind of person we is in our soul, in our heart. How we think will always matter, brothers and sisters. Can't get away from that, because everywhere we go, there we are. So we have to deal with ourselves, whether we want to or not. Again, life has a way of smacking us on our ass. All right. So I just wanted to throw that in there because I said I was going to get some side notes on embodying our craft, whatever that is, especially music, and owning our power. And our power is just not being dictated or thrown off or distracted by person, place, or thing on the outside of us, especially for a righteous brother and sister that's a general. And family, keep going, and I mean that. Keep going. You're righteous. You got into a good space. We fought too hard. Don't you dare let something insignificant, small, stop us. Embody our craft, whatever that is, own our power. All right, now let's get to this next artist, or brothers and sisters that collab with our R&B hip hop heavy hitters. All right, we got Nelly and Kelly. All right, Nelly and Kelly. I never knew that rhyme. Nelly and Kelly Rowland. You know that song they made. I can't remember the title, but y'all remember the song. It was kind of a remake of an older song, and I can't remember it right now, but we all heard it. That song they made, Kelly Rowland. And that was some years back. I should have wrote down the title of it, but I didn't. And we remember how it go. All I think about is you. Something like that. We know how it go. But salute to Nelly for that. And that was a beautiful collab. And I always liked Kelly Rowland. I always thought she was a great artist. And I thought that was a good collaboration. And salute to Nelly. I've been seeing little shorts with him. He's been on Drink Champs. And he's been speaking some good stuff. He's been dropping some good jewels and giving his perspectives on artists and stuff. And I like how he gives a real honest opinion about artists. He gives his real, because I do the same thing. I try to understand the artist. I don't just do like everybody else. And, I try to go a little deeper and really understand. Because when you like music and you love hip hop or R&B, but of course hip hop, when you've done it for a while and you kind of understand it and you've matured, you understand music overall and hip hop. So I really appreciate the perspectives he's had on different artists, because they ask on Drink Champs, they ask you different questions, and they speak on a lot of different artists on there. So I just like the way that Nelly answers questions to different artists. So I appreciate that. He don't talk down on them or nothing, or he just honest with it, and that's what works. And actually, that's the center of it all in our whole life, just being honest. Even when we make a mistake and bloop and blunder, as long as we're honest, we're right in that heart, be all right. So long as we're not purposely trying to hurt no one, ourselves or no one else. And that's through our music too. When we become more aware, we all been young. Nelly even spoke on that. We all been young. Our minds was different when we were young. We thought different when we were younger. So, and that's anybody. But of course, we're speaking on R&B and hip hop heavy hitters, part 4. So salute to Nelly and Kelly Rowland. I didn't research the name. I forgot the name of the song they did, but we all love and heard it. And the next one is Mariah Carey. I didn't do a lot of researching, but that's something Nelly spoke on. Mariah Carey did a lot of collabs with different artists. Can't recall all of them now, but I know one of them was Dirty Bastard, because Nelly mentioned that. She did a song with Dirty Bastard. So, and I think that's kind of cool. She collabed with Dirty Bastard. So I don't know if Dirty Bastard, I don't think he alive, I haven't done any research, but if he isn't alive, rest in peace and in power. If he is alive, forgive me, but I don't think he is. But I remember that collaboration. Mariah, I remember that. Yeah. But salute to Mariah for collaboration she's done with different artists and can sing her ass off. And that song, We Belong Together, she sang her ass off in that dang on song. So salute to Mariah for the collaborations she's done. And of course, R&B, hip hop, heavy hitter, you know. All right, let's move over to Q-Tip and Janet Jackson. And that song they collabed on was beautiful, you know. And I had forgot about that song. I just happened to come across it. I put it in my playlist. I'm like, man, that was dope. And the beat was dope. And the way Janet sung in it. I love Janet Jackson's voice. I've always liked Janet Jackson's voice, the way she sing. And of course, Q-Tip, his unique voice. He just got a unique voice. He just sound good on any track. And that was 14 years ago. And of course, the name of that song, I actually looked that up. What is it? Got Till It's Gone. And y'all remember how it went in the song. You don't know what you got till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it's gone. And I like the way, I don't know if it was her singing that little hook, but that little part that's in there, it was dope the way they put that in there. And but salute to Q-Tip and Janet Jackson. Of course, Janet Jackson did her thing. And, you know, we remember her all the way back from Good Times. So she's put in a decade of work too, you know. So salute to her and her family, and, you know, anyone in her family. Now, we all know who transitioned, but, you know, anybody in her family that transitioned, may they rest in peace and in power, you know. So we all know who. But those were some of the artists on my list that I had in my mind. And I had a few freelance artists I wanted to speak on. Method Man and Redman and Wu-Tang Clan. And I wanted to bring them up, and salute to them and Method Man. I think Method Man and Redman, they just did a collaboration. I don't remember who, but they just did a song here recently. And I like Method Man. You know Method Man, he was on the soundtrack to 8 Mile. I remember he did a song. Yep, it was a song on there. I forget which one. But 8 Mile. I think Method Man collabed with Mary J. Blige, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, but I think he did a collaboration with Mary J. Blige. And I spoke on Mary J. Blige. She's on past R&B and hip hop lists. But salute to Method Man, Redman, you know, for what they brought to the hip hop culture. And they're definitely some hip hop heavy hitters, real talk. And Wu-Tang Clan, salute to the whole group, Wu-Tang Clan. We know they brought that energy, you know. I always wanted Wu-Tang Clan and Public Enemy to band together. Can you imagine those two groups together? Holy crap. Take over hip hop, real talk. Well, not take over it, but definitely give an impact. And I'm telling you, I like thinking of little collabs like that I know other people might have thought of it. You know, I just try to think of collabs that people may not have thought about, and I thought that'd be wonderful. How about NWA, Wu-Tang Clan, and Public Enemy? Those three groups all together. Woo-wee. Man, let's throw Tech 9 crew in there. Mix them in there. Can you imagine all them together? Holy crap. I mean, I know it's different times, different eras. I'm just, you know, just kind of imagining. You know, I love hip hop. You know, I love music, R&B, music overall. You know, these are the types of things I think about sometimes, even when I'm not speaking, you know. So why not share our gifts and share what we speaking, you know? And another heavy hitter is my son, Lord Lamont. You know, he got a song he did where he went in, you know, and it was a different mind state he was in. But when my son really feeling it and he in that zone, he can come with it on that mic, and he can rap fast, real talk. So he's another heavy hitter. My cousin, L'Oreal Lyrical, may she rest in peace and in power. She could rap fast. She could throw down. You know what I'm saying? She could rap in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that was unique about her. And I put a song my son did. I put it in the end screen, and it's called Young Mogul, Young Lord, Young Mogul. He went in, you know. Now, again, he was in a transitional stage, so he did cuss a little bit, and he might have used the B word in it, but he went in. He just gotta, you know, we all went through that, like Nelly was speaking on. I heard him speak on. We all go through a transformation stage. You know, we all were young. You know what I'm saying? We gotta now again, we can't let our children listen to a lot of toxic music and all that. Of course, we have to regulate what our children hear, young brother or young sister. But and I'm not talking about the young artists. I'm talking about our golden school artists. Remember, they were young. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them have changed from then. They don't even think the way they did back then. So we can't hold, well, depending on who it is, we can't hold all of what they did when they were young against them now, because again, I think of the dumb shit I did when I was young, so A lot of us have come a long, long way, and that's brother and sister, our families, man, generals in the world and online. And I want, and some of the artists that are great, I know we got artists that are toxic, but I'm talking about the ones that come out of, an old way of thinking, and just know that they were young, and just wanted to make music, and like I always say, when we first come into music, when we're young, we rap about what we know, you know what I'm saying? As we mature and elevate and a little more awareness, our styles and what we rap about change, so at least in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? So that was just some things I wanted to speak on about owning our craft. Embodying our craft and owning our power. Once we reach it, once we appreciate the power we have. Again, I'm talking about a righteous power. Once we know what it is and appreciate it and be patient, Great Divine gives us what we need, and the wants will come, as well as Mother Nature and that universe, brothers and sisters. So thank those for coming in to another edition of EBX Discussion. I'm always going to encourage and always give that insight and give what others have given to me, and that's brothers and sisters as well as my family, So I take that torch that was passed on to me, and I run with it, and I pass it on to another, that want to take that torch, and that life always circles back around to ourselves, as I said a few minutes ago. Everywhere we go, there we are, brothers and sisters. So this has been another R&B, hip-hop, heavy hitters. And this is part 4. And I'll put part 3 in the end screen. And I'm going to put, I was going to put my son's birth podcast in the end screen, but I'm going to put Lord Lamont. Because I want people to hear it. Because he will have other music. Everybody starts somewhere. Everybody elevates. Everybody goes through a transformation. But some change, some don't. Lord Lamont, he's getting in alignment. He's getting there. It's in him. It's in his DNA. He come from a strong family. He come from a disciplined family. Might not be perfect. Might be some ups and downs, mistakes here and there. But overall, he comes from a well-rounded, disciplined family. I know working jobs ain't everything, but he come from a productive family. Let's just put it like that. Everybody in my family either used to work or got a job or had a job. Not that a job is everything, but it shows productivity. So he comes from a productive family. So it's in him, So I'm gonna play a song he did. He went in and he could rap fast. You know what I'm saying? So I always, even though my son, like I say, Lord Lamont, every day with us ain't sunshine, but that's my son. That's my seed, as well as all my other children and my godchildren, my biological children, my godchildren. Want nothing but the best from them, from that great divine. Protect them and keep them prospering. But I'm going to put that song he made called Young Lord, Young Mogul. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the title. I'm going to put it in the end screen. And I'm going to put Hip-Hop, Heavy Hitters, Part 3. I'm going to put that where I give a tribute to Moni Love and Queen Latifah. And I got others, which will probably be in the end screen of that podcast that I'm going to put in the end screen of this podcast. And I got others on my channel. You're more than welcome to go check them out, and maybe you can draw something from it, some positive energy or some insight, some ideas, whatever, I'm willing to give. Don't cost nothing over here, nothing against others that do. Because remember, we got righteous brothers and sisters that may get donations and stuff. Again, we're in the right circles. We know who we are. If we're not looking for bad things and sneaking in and all that dumb shit, and, we listen to brothers and sisters. That's what I do. I might not comment a lot. I might not say a lot. But I know who the real ones are, and there's no wrong intent here, ever. I've come through too far, as well as one's family, like a lot of us, So we got to be it's a gift, just waking up. Start right there. So again, brothers and sisters, like I said, embody our craft, man, and own our power, and that's through music, in our lives, man, and just be the warriors that's been in us, Again, it's general. Some of us are generals and don't even know it, but we got to go deep within. It's all about going in and digging up all that bad shit, getting rid of it, so we can breathe You know what I'm saying? So we can create our R&B and our hip hop, and have authentic thoughts, because it's wonderful, but it's not easy. But when we get to it, it's wonderful, and we can pass that good vibration off to others. No bitterness, none whatsoever, even though we're around those that may be harboring bitterness. But don't let it get on us, my righteous brothers and sisters, those who listen. So thank those for coming in to another R&B hip hop heavy hitters part 4. All right, so again, brothers and sisters, man, whatever craft we have is more than, even though I'm talking about music, but whatever it is, brothers and sisters, I'm serious. Embody it, embody your craft. And when we get to a place of power, and nothing can affect us, embrace that. Don't let nothing take that away. If you finally get to a space where it's peace and you can make your music, you can work on your craft, whatever that is, man, own our power. Salute. I love hip hop, and I just can't stop, 'cause I love hip hop. Man, I love hip hop, and I just can't stop. EBX, I love hip hop, and I just can't stop. I love hip hop.